Welcome in, everyone, or welcome back. If you're new, welcome to Astraea Love. Well, welcome to Enlightened Journeys. I'm Astraea Love, and I'm here to hopefully enlighten your journey. Okay, so please make yourself familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's this top portion below, okay? But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning and copywriting my messages. Everything that's said on this platform in relation to everything that is said on my platform is copyrighted, and do not steal the messages from God and the Holy Spirit because you'll incorrectly repeat them or incorrectly, whatever. Anyways, I'm reminding everybody again, I know that we have free will and we have freedom of speech in the United States, but I have to remind people that that is the case, or they'll try to shut me up because they don't want to hear the truth. And if you don't want to hear the truth, go to a psychic that lies. Go find a false prophet and listen to them. Okay? All right. Reminding everyone that watching about my personal human rights, attempting to persecute me in any form or fashion for what I channel from God and the Holy Spirit is a violation against this contract and the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech. Any attempt to silence me will be followed up with by the Most High God. Treat others how you want to be treated. Do not shoot the messenger, and do not harm the prophets of God. Okay, so now we're going to do the prayer. If you don't pray, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and say this prayer for all of us. I ask that the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the saints, the Ophanim, the Galactic Federation of Light, the ancestors, the spirit guides, the guardian angels, the archangels, come be with us now. Any of the spiritual teams of light beings, and any other positivity that wants to come be with us now. I call upon my personal protection and safety, and I ask that the Most High God and Archangel Michael please return all evil. And I also call upon the spiritual court system, nature spirits, Saint Benedict, the Deva Kingdom, Shiva, Lakshmi, Parvati, Brahma, Vishnu, Lalita. All right. Hanuman. I should have Hanuman written on this one. Anyways, I'm also calling upon, in case we encounter any voodoo today, Most High, please call upon the Orisha, the Aloha, the Olodumare, Bonque, and Papa Legba, and any other sources of any other type of witchcraft that we may be experiencing at this time. Please return all evil, block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. So thank you, God, for being here and being with us today. All right, so we're going to be talking about the full moon in Libra, okay, which is today. Happy full moon, pink full moon in Libra day. That's what I should say. Happy full pink moon. Yeah, pink full, whatever. Pink full moon in Libra. All right. So, what is the energy of Libra? The energy of Libra is about balance. Okay, it's about bringing in harmony. So I'm going to go ahead and read what this book says, and then we're going to just talk about it. Okay. So focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We all need to look after ourselves. However, this card suggests that you need to find a balance between what you need versus what someone else needs. Walk a mile in their shoes. No, thank you. I don't want to walk in anybody else's shoes. Once you understand where they're coming from and why, you can take action. If you've been through a worrying time, include regarding your health, this card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind and about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. Find a balance between your own needs and what you do for others. Remember that we're all co-creating, so getting other people people on your side by being understanding is a win. Okay, so a manifesting ritual to open your heart to balance. I'm gonna put the moon up under the moon, double moon. That's funny because this is like a pink moon and this is like a pink moon. Anyways, so here's Lakshmi. We were just talking about her. Okay, so you want to add jasmine essential oil to your diffuser if you have an essential oil diffuser. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Lakshmi, the magnificent Hindu goddess associated with love, abundance, specifically abundance, beauty, and among other things. Jeez. Ask Lakshmi to open your heart and to fill you with love, kindness, and gratitude. Your manifestation affirmation for today is there is love all around me. I am lovable. When is the best time to work your magic? The best time to work your magic is when the moon is on Libra on a Friday or during Venus's hour. So you could work, the full moon in Libra takes place when the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Libra. So again, it's okay that it's not a Friday, that it's fine that it's not a Friday. And then again, some of you may even get to this reading when it's going to be past this moon, and you'll still get a message about what this moon is about. So the download that I got is that this moon is basically about transformation. It's there's going to be a tipping of the scales of justice, and they're going to be tipping in a new direction. And I feel like people are going to be really upset about this shit. They are going to lose their marbles, right? About the way that the scales tip, but it's just justice. It's just fair. And it's, evening itself out. So it's not like it's negative. I mean, it'll be negative for some people because they will be getting justice served to them. All right, so whoever this person was that was obstructing justice is going to be blown out of the water. Whatever methods that they were using to snitch on you is being cut off. Ten of Swords. And I can already feel that there's friction. So jasmine oil in the okay, I'm going to write that into the chat. Jasmine oil into your diffuser, your essential oil diffuser. And that's to manifest with the Libra moon. You want to be manifesting temperance. You know what temperance is? Control, moderation, patience, flow. Being in the right place at the right time. All right, let's see what we got here. Strength. So like what Spirit is saying is that the Most High God has the strength that the world needs, and this is where your power comes from. Once you know that your power comes from God, and that's what is within you and on the outside of you, but specifically how you connect with this power is going within. See that infinity sign above her crown? You have that in your aura. Some people call it like a halo. When you see a halo on somebody, you can know that that person's extremely powerful and strong. Hi, welcome in everybody that's coming into the chat. So today, when you're manifesting, you're going to be using your strengths, okay? Standing in your power, using your strength, knowing that you can close the mouth of this lion if you have to. But still, I want everybody to be doing something proactive today to protect yourself, okay? This is where, most of the time being healers and light workers, we spend our majority of the time trying to defend ourselves and trying to basically create positivity. Today, we're about bringing balance in. Basically, we're going to even the scales. So I feel like everybody should be putting up extra layers of protection, because I know that the witches and warlocks are going to be using this moon tonight to try to turn the scales in their favor, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love this background too. It's so enchanting. So yeah, the witches and warlocks have planned for this moon, and they've been already trying to do this, but it's already backfired. Like basically it's you're too strong. If they wanted to balance the scales in their favor and alchemize your energy to do so, they should have done it when you didn't know who you were. Now that you know who you were and you have a connection to God, you're tapped into this power which comes from God, and nobody can get past this. I mean, literally, it makes you unbeatable. But again, nobody's competing with another person in real life, even if you're competing at a job. Like, let's say somebody, and it could be even like I've worked a job before that, before I was a psychic, like many, many years ago. But anyways, I worked a job and there was like healthy competition, because they would give us rewards if we got to a certain thing. So like that's healthy competition. But this type of competition that I'm picking up on that you've been going through is not, this is somebody trying to compete for your destiny. A star energy. They feel like they're going to be this star, and that's what your destiny is. And people are freaking just upset about this. They're upset about the strength, the fact that you have the power of God. This is why they know that. I mean, this is why they're trying to create balance. I feel like some of the witchcraft practitioners are going to be trying to undo what they did like previously, but this is all moon magic that they were doing. The Wheel of Fortune. This is your current energy, is the strength, the star, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, these witches and warlocks are going to be basically trying to balance the scales in their favor with doing evil. Okay. And what I want you guys to do is use the moon to create balance, righteous justice, judgment, and fairness. Maya energy, basically. So that's what I would want all of you guys to do, is to be working on protection and safety. So if you have the mentality that you need to be protected, the universe is always going to give you what you ask for. So whether you say it out loud or not. So basically, you have to include safety and protection, because when you're safe, you don't even need protection. Like this is your safe energy. I really do feel like you're safe, and I feel like you're protected. So you want to do safety and protection work. So including an onyx. I'm seeing black onyx for some reason. I feel like somebody may be trying to cast a spell to get you to drink in excess, or to do, rugs in excess, to purchase rugs and do those to excess. This is definitely some like self-sabotage your own self energy that they're sending, because I know that they know confirmation. They know that they can't do what they've been doing, and that's all that they knew how to do, because let me just tell you right now, any person that's going to become a witch or a warlock, and I'm not talking about people who use herbs to heal, those people are light workers and healers, but people that abuse their spiritual abilities, and they use them to harm and hurt other people, and they abuse herbs and everything else, those are dark witches. Those are, witches, what I consider to be evil witches. Because everybody has their own power, their own ability. It's just a lot of people don't tap into that. That's why it's when you're not tapped into your own powers and ability and intuition that people will try to steal your destiny. And so a lot of the magic that's coming up due with this moon, because like the Galactic Federation of Light are just like outraged with the amount of black magic that's been being done. It's just going to be bringing a lot of justice in and judgment in. And it's really going to balance the scales with this devil energy. Oh my gosh. Okay, that one. 2 of Cups just fell in my lap. So whatever that means, falling in my lap. This is a new love offer from the universe. It's also a love offer from your higher self. And it's a new love offer from the divine right here. And it may be an individual as well. But I am going to say that this is definitely a love offer coming from the divine. You're getting an upgrade. A portal's opening today and you're getting an upgrade, which means you're going to be merging with more of your higher self. Yeah, I do feel like, well, there is, so if you look up in astrology, there is a thing called a Lilith moon, and it's a moon that circles another planet. I don't remember which one it is, but yeah, I mean, I do pick up Lilith's energy, but I pick up more at the when the moon is like not in the sky. Like Lilith shows up to me when it's a brand new moon, when it's like a new moon, but there's a cycle right before that, and it's called the black of the moon, and there's no moon. And so that's when Lilith comes out. But also finding out where Lilith's moon is in your chart, like I have that highly aspect in my chart, so I'm very connected to her. And I feel like the equivalent of her, she has different, she's just called Lilith in one culture, but she has, many different names is what I get. So yeah, this person is very, like, this is basically a supernatural setup from the universe creating this moon of where people are going to be trying to go to the spirit and lie on y'all, and then get the spiritual realm to work against you. That's what people have been trying to do. And then when they get shut down by the spiritual realm, they go back to do the magic themselves. We got a Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so this person is a definitely a female energy, and I am picking up on somebody that has a uterus. They are a woman. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, a perfectionist. This person conceals their true emotions. They have vicious gossip and betrayal. So like I said, they've been trying to betray you with vicious gossip and betrayal, and they think that they're going to basically gain this star quality that you have if they talk enough shit about you. People are looking at this person like they need help. They're like, why are you so obsessed with this other person in the collective? Betrayal, not a true friend. This person pretended to be a friend. Says what she thinks people wants to hear. She is envious of you. Do not trust this woman. She creates problems for you. So yeah, this could be like an Aquarius, or it could be a Sagittarius, or it could be a Scorpio. It could be a Capricorn. It could be a Gemini or a Taurus. But that's the energy that I get basically from her. She uses her tongue like a weapon, like a sword. All right. So this person could be a family member, but I'm not getting as much that they are. I'm getting that this is more a friend energy that you had, or maybe an ex-girlfriend, something like that. Yeah, you're the magician. Your magic, that the magic that you hold naturally, and again, what produces magic? Do you guys know? It is emotion. I see so many different types of magic. Like I can't even tell you all the different types because they come from different planets and stuff. But some of the strongest magic that I've ever seen is magic that is formed from emotion, which means it's a emotional response to something that's going on. This person literally triggered your magic to activate, and now this person cannot get up in their life. Like they've experienced a great fall. Yeah, it is like it's a little bit of self-reflecting, but it's more of a triggered reaction that your magic just comes on because this person was trying to play with your heartstrings. They wanted to emotionally manipulate you. Like this person straight up thinks that you're stupid and that you're weak, but that's not true because the first card out was strength. Like, so obviously they're under an illusion. Most likely whatever magic they've been doing has been working on them. And so this is why they think these weird things. When I say that the way that your guys' brains are functioning and are mapped and all of the neurons are all working in one type of way, this person's brain is not working like that. It's something is wrong. And this could be and I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose anybody. This could be a mental imbalance. And if you are feeling like any of you do have any type of mental imbalance, or that you feel like you need support, none of us are an island. make sure that you are getting a support, basically, whether it's a doctor or therapist or some, some other type of support. Because I know there's different ways that you can do therapy. You can do hypnotherapy. You could go to a therapist. There's all different types of healing modalities. You can even go to a Reiki practitioner. Now, the Reiki will do a lot. I've never even thought of using Holy Fire Reiki on certain situations, but I should probably do it more. But yeah, this person feels like they have some type of way. They think that there's some type of master alchemist. I can tell you that. And they feel like they're going to be able to successfully alchemize your energy into abundance for them. And this is like straight up not going to happen. Absolutely not. This is what they were doing. They were using the energies of the moon to try to alchemize this situation so that at least they would be covered and they wouldn't receive negative karma. But yeah, this is because they see you. This is why they're doing this to you. You guys are a 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is the slowest damn moving in energy in the deck. It just takes forever to get all those pentacles. Which means you could meet up with any other person and they could have at least 1 pentacle and you'd have the 10 of Pentacles, right? So this person sees you as an easy mark. They see you as somebody that's alone, that's isolated, and that is easy to pick off, basically. Easy mark is what I can say. Also, this person has tried to send monitoring spirits to see what you're doing and how you're doing it so that they can try to copy it. Again, this is like ridiculous. This person is not seeing things clearly. And they're only causing problems for you because you said no to them. I literally feel like this is some adult child that you said no to. You had to say no to them. They wanted to fucking destiny swap with you. There's a few cards in this deck that points to, well, in every deck, that points to destiny swap. And the Ace of Wands in the reverse is one of those cards. Feelings of exhaustion, low energy. Yeah, Libra, Venus, Moon. Yeah, absolutely. This person, it says mental dullness. What did I say about this person's mental state? That there is something wrong. They need to go seek a healer or an exorcist or a mental, like a psychiatrist, probably a psychiatrist, therapist, maybe even hypnotherapist, because the magic that this person's done has affected them. You're too strong for this shit. You're not even the vibe. Okay. This is the thing. If you were out here doing bad to other people, screwing people over and being the same vibration as this person's magic possibly could have worked on you, but you're in the exact opposite energy. There's no polarity of similarity here between you two people. So it's like basically they're throwing magic, trying to throw magic as like really high up, but you're already ascended beyond that. So again, it's not going to work. This is why people need to learn and know that the law of attraction does not work like that. Okay, the law of attraction is what you put out, you will draw back to you tenfold. Okay, and it's only tenfold because when you become aware of it, then you start to really amplify that vortex of energy. So this person is experiencing exhaustion right now. They're over involved in basically trying to torture you, and they need to leave you alone. They need to choose between 2 commitments. Okay. The commitment it's about this. They need to choose what they're going to do with this devil energy because they're committed to themselves and they're committed to the devil. You can't serve 2 masters. This person's already serving like probably 5. So yeah. It also says the loss of enthusiasm and interest in the things that have always made you happy. That's a failed destiny swap. This person, the devil and justice, this person does not want their own destiny. They don't want their own fate. This is a sad ass person. Material success doesn't make you happy. This person could look like they're materially successful. Okay. But I'm getting that that's a facade or fallacy. They're in this devil energy, currently in the devil energy. Why did that try to fall into my lap again? So this devil energy, I don't think is even trying to do anything to you. You're getting justice. You're absolutely receiving justice this full moon cycle. Like, so they've been trying to do magic the past 2 days, because you can use the moon 3 days before and then 3 days after it, and you can use the energy of the moon. So that's the time frame that we're looking at as far as how long they're going to be doing this witchcraft. And it is destiny swap, because this person's bored with their own destiny and they're talking to the devil all the time, getting information from this fucking idiot that's telling them that they can switch out destinies with you, which is not true. That's a lie. The devil will lie to you, you guys. Come on. These people going to demons and doing this shit. The devil will lie to you, and the devil, after the devil lies to you, the devil is going to fuck you over and take your life. And God will allow you to use your free will to do this dumb shit, but God's not going to come saving you. If these people hear this, God's not going to save these people. These people need to save themselves. If they got themselves into this mess, at some point, God's going to be like, okay, devil, you can't do any more to this chosen one. You put them through every test and initiation that there fucking is. Like, there's nothing else left to do. This person's been poor. They've been in poverty. They've been homeless. They've going through all the checkpoints of things that this dumbass thing does to people, just generally. And so there's no more. I'm basically getting that you're coming into the Wheel of Fortune because this devil energy, there's no more that they can directly do to you. They have to work through another person to get whatever agenda done. And I don't feel like there's a huge agenda. The main agenda is this person is trying to put your ass back asleep in the Matrix. They want you to go back to night la la land. Okay. Where you're allowing them to perform witchcraft on you. And never eat from this person. Just make sure that this person doesn't come back into your life. But this bitch buried some curse in the ground a long time ago, and this shit's not affecting you. Like I said, this bottle she buried had her urine in it, her handwriting in it, her fucking whatever else in it. I'm hearing toenail clippings. That's disgusting. It had shit from her house in it with her energy in it. Why would that? And then she buries that in the earth with the intention that all of that energy is supposed to go to you. Why would it go to you when it's all of her energy, like her DNA? That's some fucking insane shit right there. So this person's also ignorant, because wherever they buried this bottle, over time, they didn't use a good bottle, and the bottle is broken and everything came out of it. They were put like nails in it, and this was all to attack you. And it's basically poisoned this little portion of the earth. So I'm praying that gets cleared up. But basically, because this lady looks back at their magic every single day to check on it and make sure it's working. And this is one reason why they fail, because they have no belief in themselves. This is why their magic is not working. It's more than that. It has to do with God showing up and showing out for you also. But yeah, this person basically poisoned the earth with that negative intention. And now that energy is affecting this person's health and destiny. And that's because they tried to alter the outcome of your destiny. And then here we go with the freaking alcoholism, 3 of Cups in the reverse. Now, black onyx, what black onyx does is it kicks out the demon alcohol, which is the demon of alcohol. The word alcohol in Hebrew means body-eating demon. So that's what alcohol means. Okay, these people are overindulging in food and drink. Obviously, it's the devil energy that's the influence. We know that for sure. They're partying too much and they're having reckless sex. Okay, can we get the cards today? Like, literally not falling on the ground or in my lap. All right, so, oh my. These people are screwed. That's so funny. Okay, I'm going to try not to laugh at this person as I watch them have an epic fall. So basically, this person cannot juggle your destiny and their own. You can't serve 2 masters. You're either going to do the devil's agenda or you're going to do the agenda of the Most High God. This person parties way the fuck too much. This witch coven, whatever they're attached to, they drink way too much alcohol. This person's liver is like I can look at everything from a scale of 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. This person's liver is fucking, their liver, their pussy, this person has many health problems. They need to go to a doctor, but instead they like to cover everything up with alcohol. And so that's crazy. So these people cannot juggle having two masters. Okay. Each day is drudgery. Rethink the basic ideas behind your work and projects. This person was trying to steal your work or copyright it or copy it or something like that, or compete with you, or they were trying to compete with the person you have. Really weird energy. Now, this is what they're about to experience. Am I allowed to reveal what they're about? Okay, yeah, I am. I guess the cards are basically going to reveal what they're about to experience. The Six of Wands in the reverse talks about a sneak attack throws this person's life off balance. Like I said, they're like, you putting up protection this full moon is going to create a sneak attack that's going to throw this person's energy off so that they cannot do magic on you. And literally, yeah, the card flew away, literally. So this is what their attempt is to do. Their attempt is to do a sneak attack on you to throw your life out of balance, but this other people want this person to fail at their magic, right? Because this person's not just doing magic on you, they're doing magic on others. Now, this is going to backfire epically. Other people are going to start taking credit for this person's work. And as you know, just like how this person was trying to steal from you, that whatever was stolen is going to be stolen. Somebody else is going to steal that from them, and so on and so on and so on. And all of these people are going to end up looking guilty as shit. And they're going to end up confessing online or in some type of public way about how they stole your shit and how they were trying to use it and plagiarize and everything. So yeah, it says that an important project fails and your dream is at risk. This person was dreaming about you being put away or like literally locked up or some weird shit. And so the Five of Cups in the reverse is emotional upheaval. Life seems unbearable. Separation from the one that you love. This person was also trying to manifest a partnership. This Two of Cups partnership. They wanted a divine soul contract. They wanted divine life purpose. This person had one. They ran the fuck away from it and decided to join the party of the devil. So this is why they're going to be still in emotional upheaval. Life seems unbearable. Separation from the one that you love. External events are stressful and out of your control. Disappointment and heartache will pass in time. Conflicting emotions make life interesting and ultimately lead to enrichment. So you know how God works. God wants everybody to come back to God. That's just the truth. God will not give up on people because he knows well, sometimes God gives up on people, but they have to really do a lot. They have to really do a lot. So God, I don't think that God's given up on this person, but God's on the line of like, I'm about to give up on you. God's tired of seeing you attacked behind this person's agenda. So the pink moon has to do with love, and it has to do with harmony, and it has to do with also like manifesting love and harmony and protection specifically, and balance. Well, harmony and balance are kind of the same thing, but so yeah, the King of Wands in the reverse, controlling, overbearing, and quick to anger. This person has helped her. I don't know if this is a couple. I feel like these two people are sleeping together. This King of Wands in the reverse and this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. So judgmental, intolerant of others' lifestyles and opinion. This person's extremely ignorant, close to new ideas, prefers to maintain the status quo. This person is wanting something from the Queen of Swords. This person wants something. For prejudice and rigid, this person's also racist. So if you are a person of melanated skin, there is a racial aspect to this King of Wands in the reverse and to the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Then the Seven of Wands in the reverse, this is like they need to be very decisive because they're going to be very confused. These people have done so much witchcraft and magic on so many people that they're going to be very confused about which person was it that I fucked over that's causing all of this negative karma. Because this is literally like they try to trauma dump and karma dump on you, and nothing's going to ruin your higher energy. Like your energy is high vibrational right now, and it's you're moving into the place where you need to be. This is not the time for this person to come up and knock you out of your place. If they wanted to do that, they should have done it, like I said, when you were still asleep in the matrix. But now that you're awakened, they can't put you back to sleep, but they sure as hell are trying to. So this could be people that are part of a church or a group. The Seven of Cups in the reverse, this just shows these other individuals that and it shows you that they're dealing with life on a very superficial level. They're seeing illusions and they're delusional. Basically, they need to take the initiative to have a positive outcome, but I don't feel like that's going to occur. I feel like so I feel like somebody has been complaining about this Queen of Wands energy. This person came out in the upright, but this is not your energy. This is somebody that's attached to these people. I feel like this person was being bribed or they were being used in some type of way, possibly to make false reports to this Chariot energy or to doctor up information. They wanted this Chariot energy to turn on you and come against you, and you're getting justice for whatever snitching bullshit has happened. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse really should have used temperance when working with the Queen of Wands and the Chariot. Okay, they should have really not. I mean, we're just talking about people that are literal snitches, like damn fools. But yeah, we're going to use the Panther Oracle to see if anything else needs to come out. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse looks down at everybody. I was looking at the word, it said bigoted, but I saw baptized. This person could be trying to pressure somebody into getting baptized. These people want to put you in confinement. They want to put you in some type of jail, but that's where these people are literally headed. You're getting justice, which means if there's any legal disputes, if these people were trying to sue you or get you caught up with the police in any way, they're going to go to jail. I also feel like these people are addicted to alcohol. You know, they're going through withdrawal because they're very addicted to alcohol and possibly other substances as well. Their next step is homelessness. They're going to be, homeless. They're going to be homeless and you're going to be relaxing. You're over here in your moments of luck. You know, you're getting a big fat check of some type coming from the heavens. And that means more gifts, more abilities, more power from the Most High God. This person wanted you to compromise your destiny. You're not doing that. You're not going to compromise or make any reconciliation, any agreement. You're not considering this person. Okay. This person's also pissed off because you're healthy and they're not. All these people sleep with one another. Okay. So this king, if you're a feminine, this King of Wands in the reverse was your ex-masculine. And if you're a masculine, this Queen of Swords is your ex. Yeah, you're going on an adventure. This money that you get, this gift, whatever it is, however it comes in, these people were trying to do something with your memory. They wanted to compromise your memory so that you would remember them. Like, this person fucked you over. This person wants you to only remember that they were an angel and blah, blah, blah. It's not even true. There's not even any real memories where they were a nice person to you. So fuck them. Live and learn. You're living and learning from this experience, though. This is like a major lesson to know about having fake friends and that these people were trying to set you up and get you put in jail. No. Fate, what I say, they're trying to mess with your fate by throwing somebody in prison, stealing their land, taking their life, or, trying to assume their character and imitating them, copying them, trying to impersonate them. That is destiny swapping. All of what I just said and more is destiny swapping. Okay, they wanted to fuck with your fate. And that's where God stepped in and said, okay, you know what? I was letting y'all get away with the witchcraft and I hadn't slammed y'all fucking down like WWF style, onto the hard ground. Hadn't body slammed your ass down. But now you've just gone too far. The witchcraft was one thing, but now actually going to the Akashic Records and the spirit and trying to get in trying to change the fate of this individual and the fate of yourself. Now that's where I have a problem. And this is when God steps in. See, you are loving yourself, and this is why your fate's not going to be tampered with. You're also in your season of winning, you know? Yeah, God was like, yeah, you're not going to do that. These people literally set a trap for you, and then they fell in it themselves. They should have just like literally not done that. They tried to bait you and everything. Like they were going to use these women to bait you guys to sleep with them so that you would have this same disease. I'm not even kidding. That's evil. You would definitely have sued this person for giving you an incurable disease. But again, God was like, hell fucking no. I'm not letting you near my child. Delusionals. Yeah, this is triumphant success for you. You are basically winning right now. And you're going to continue to win right in their face, and they're going to have to just get over it. This person did not treat you good when they were with you. That's how you'll know who I'm talking about. They really talked down to you. They really felt like they were better than you. And they really demanded that you change everything about yourself to be with them. Fuck this bitch. Fuck this hoe. I'm not even kidding. Like, don't literally fuck her, but seriously, fuck her. Fuck these people. Hell no. Change yourself for what? What the fuck? I mean, we all can improve ourselves and work on ourselves, but actually change who you are? What the fuck is that? Dude, if you can't love somebody for the way that they are naturally, like you should not love them at all. You just don't love them, and that's okay. I mean, but we should give unconditional love to everything. Just like how we see the dirt on the ground and we unconditionally love that, and we're grateful for that because it exists so we can walk on it. You know, not saying that I'm not saying to walk on these people, but I kind of am, but not really. I'm just using dirt love as an analogy. That's not personal, precious love. That's love that you have for everything that's in creation because it exists. That's an unconditional love. This person has no self-love and no unconditional love and no love from God. And they also have no blessings. They have no gifts. They're whatever gifts they had, it's been stripped away from them, and they're not allowed to use their abilities anymore. Could you imagine all of a sudden one day waking up and being cut off from source, and all of a sudden you can't tap in? That's what these people are. Yeah. It could be a friend, but like I was saying, it could be an ex is what I'm picking up on. This is why you guys need to use muscle testing or a pendulum to be asking when I spit off all the different things, because it's going to be one thing for you, one thing for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to just use your best discernment to pick through the message. Libation. This person was making some type of spiritual libation, either to a religion, which could have been something like an offering. It could have been an offering like that, or it could have been something like giving money to an organization. But yeah. Yeah, if you're a feminine, this could have been your friend, this Queen of Swords. If you're a masculine, this Queen of Swords is an ex that you had. And this King of Swords in the reverse is, or King of Wands in the reverse, excuse me, is definitely somebody that is with this person now. Actually, all these people sleep with one another, but that's beside the point. These people are definitely on some weird shit. Besides the sexual stuff, they do weird things for money. They're experiencing a major loss. This is unavoidable. Like, this is a loss that's unavoidable because they feel like they've made so many offerings to the spiritual realm against you to get their ancestors to work against you. And their ancestors have abandoned these people. And so they're not, the ancestors are like, you want me to do what? You want me to do what to who? No, this one, no, we're not. No, that's not warranted. And so these people, you're dealing with somebody that they don't deal well with hearing the word no. Like, literally, they don't deal well with hearing the word no. This is because you have an alliance with the Most High God, and that you have an alliance and you're loyal. And so God trusts you that, you know, to do the right thing when it comes to this person. Pray for your enemies, and then other than that, just give them up to God, because this is not even about it. I mean, it is about you, but it's more about they're attacking God. They're attacking they're trying to protest the fact that God is giving you, that you're this strong and all this stuff. So they're arguing with God, basically, which is not something I would recommend to do. They're absolutely furious that they can't have your fate and destiny. This person has stolen gifts from people and children and stuff like that in the past. Oh, welcome in, Crazy Cast. Wow. I'm not really feeling her coming back. Crazy Cast. I'm not feeling her coming back. But I don't feel like that's going to be a bad thing. This person that you were dealing with was very emotionally manipulative and kind of draining. Like, I feel like your energy is super drained. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but you may want to work on your root chakra. Yeah, I feel like the person that you were with, that you've been with a certain type of person, and I don't know, I'm just getting that there's somebody better out there, you know, for you. And so this person coming is like, sometimes you have to understand that sometimes rejection is protection. Okay. Because if this woman would have known the door to value that you have within, she would have done a lot more manipulation to you. Okay. The reason you can't let go of thinking about her and that she's like obsessively on your mind is because this woman did some type of spell or some type of manifestation technique on you. I don't know. It could even be a sweetener spell. This is why I tell people, do not do magic. It will never end up the way that you want, and you can't control the way that it works out, and you can't control the way that it affects people. And, you know, yeah, your whole world resolved around her. You absolutely can live without her. You just need to break. Okay, I pray that I'm just going to go ahead and break this weird spell. And then you need to do a cord cutting with this person, because they're draining your energy. Do you see that when you're consistently yeah, if like literally something is draining your energy, and I feel like it's this person, so I would do a cord cutting. You know, you can Google different meditations that will walk you through doing a cord cutting. But that's what I would do, because there's definitely some other energy coming through that cord, and it's not human. And it's because when you put a love spell on somebody, you're basically putting a spirit in somebody else and making that spirit, and that spirit knows what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make that person try to love you. But if you don't actually love them, what it's going to do is like basically make you continually think of the other person. So yeah. So God, is this natural magic that he's dealing with? No, this is a man-made sweet. Like what I said was a sweetener spell. She tried to do a sweetener spell. She's in a relationship right now, and she says to you that she loves him now. Yeah, I know. I definitely felt that energy, and that's why I was saying she's not coming back. You need to do a cord cutting. This person that you guys have been dealing with is super stressed right now. This person. But yeah, so I would just, you know, like, I know it's going to be hard because it was like a long time that you guys were together, but like literally with this spell being broken, because I feel like it's gone now, and then we just return that energy back to her. You know what? Let's just get rid of the spell altogether, God. Don't even do a return to sender on that, because the worst thing that could happen in this situation is if that spell of obsession, that sweetener spell, went back to her and it sweetened her to come back to you, because then she would come back and destroy your life again. So basically, I feel like, okay, I feel like there maybe was infidelity in the relationship towards the end. So she's going to regret it in the future, but it won't be a while until she regrets it, if that makes sense. You know, when people cheat and they go to another person, I've never seen that ever work out. When somebody cheats on somebody and then they go to another person, like by cheating on the person that they're with, it just never works out. It karmically never works out. Apology, what I say, it karmically never works out. This person may apologize to you for being unfaithful to you in the future. But I would not sit around and wait for any of these people to apologize. God's told this person what for them to make amends. God has basically shown this person that they need to be honest and apologize. I feel exactly like that too. Yeah, your average Dutch guy. I feel exactly like that too. That crazy cast. You're going to meet somebody else, but you have to meet this other person, you have to let go of the person that you're with. And that's why when you're connected through cords, and anytime you have sex with somebody else, even possibly if you don't have sex with them, if you just get emotionally close, there will be a cord that attaches from the sacral to the other person. Okay, so that's why I'm saying doing a cord cutting and a removal, you're going to get so much of your energy back, crazy cast. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, where is all this energy coming from? You're going to get so much energy back because this woman was using your sacral energy, I will say, to manifest. She was definitely drawing off of you. And so that's why I was saying cord cutting would be something that would really help so that you can separate your energy from her energy so that you won't just be swimming around in like these like tentacles is what I'm seeing that attach to you and suck you dry. Okay, good. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, being obsessed with her. That's why I was saying was that spell. She tried to do a sweetener on you and it made you obsessed with her literally over time. And so that's why we're getting rid of that. So without that being there, still do a meditation with Archangel Michael to cut the cords, and that way it's not going to be like you're sending any negativity to her. And then whatever, you just have to call your energy and your power back to you. Like I call my energy and my power back to me from all places, known and unknown, where it could be. Perseverance. You're going to persevere through this. Like literally, if you would have stayed attached to this person's energy, I feel like you would have remained in a stuck position. You can search this. I'm going to type it into the chat. Okay, the channel is called, the guy's called Steve Noble, and he does different meditations. So there is an Archangel Michael cord cutting meditation or transmission. And so you can listen to that and it'll walk you through the process basically. And then just go back to that meditation. It's not very long, and do that meditation that he's got. That's what I've done. Literally, I've been watching his meditations for a very long time, and he's very connected. And so, but yeah, I would definitely do that, and then learn your own energy so that you can know in the future when you make connection with somebody, how their energy is going to affect yours. Because when you know yourself, then you'll know when somebody else is playing in your energy or when they're attached to your energy is when you know yourself. Yes, I love this. I love this moon behind me. So yeah, I feel like right now your guys' senses are heightened, and what is coming up is like werewolves and vampires. All werewolves and vampires come from witchcraft. If they come from spells. And these creatures really do exist. And I feel like for some reason that there's going to be a breaking of whatever these curses are, these ancient rites that were done. right? To curse certain people. There's going to be a breaking of that with this moon tonight, naturally for people. So yeah, you're a gift to this world. You have also a spiritual gift. And this spiritual gift is when you're not aware of it and you're not using it, other people will try to tap into it and use it. And so this is why knowing yourself, knowing your parents, and knowing your lineage, because all of the spiritual gifts and abilities do come through the genetics, which means your grandmother could have had the gift, your father could have had the gift, you know, and there's multiple gifts that you guys have. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You definitely don't want this person coming back to you. Not in any type of way. This death you're experiencing is not just a literal death, but it's like, you know, an ending, but it's necessary. It's a necessary ending for you to get somebody that's actually your vibration. You know, you want to be with somebody that loves you as much as you love them, right? That there's an equal give and take. This relationship that you were in was not equally yoked. Readiness. Yeah, you're going to be ready. You guys are ready to use this gift to tap into your divine life purpose and to move forward. I don't know why I was about to say the name Pippin, if that's a name. Disturbance. These people were trying to create some type of supernatural disturbance and irritation, and now they're going through that. It's like it's just silly foolishness, you guys. Silly foolishness here. And again, like these people are trying to argue with God about why you're blessed in certain types of ways. I don't mean to laugh about that, but like it's just not logical to argue with God about anything. God sees the bigger picture, so God's gonna do whatever God's gonna do. And we just have to, you know, be okay with that pretty much. Love is always complicated. It's always complicated. But when you get with a twin flame and you're with your right person and you guys continually grow together, it becomes uncomplicated. Yeah, care, parenthood, patron, and support. So you guys could be very fertile at this time. Also, what I'm getting is that you are a child of the Most High God. This is like you being cared for by your parent, aka the Most High. And the Most High is just basically like, you know, I want everybody to have free will, but I'm not going to sit around and watch my prophets be done in. Like all that stuff. God's not tolerating that. And so that's why these people are going to fall on their faces. They're going to be really embarrassed. Yeah. These people could be having to deal with the justice system right now because of something that they've done. And this could be spiritual court or it could be physical court. And know that everything does happen in the basically the ethers, and then it trickles down as above, so below, and as within, so without. I'm just reading your guys' comment. That's why I get really close sometimes, just to let you guys know. So yeah, breaking the vampire and werewolf curses is important. Yeah. And absolutely. There's possibly other curses too. Yes. Yeah. How the spider can't curse you into being a werewolf, for sure. For sure. Those spider entities, I don't know if I've ever told any of you guys about I had this time traveling spider demon come to me one time. And no, I don't feel like she's coming back into your life, Crazy Cass. But I had this spider. It was what I call it was like the time warping spider. Okay, it was like a spider entity. It did something to my mind, warped the time in my mind. I was in the bathroom when this thing came to me. Oh my God, this was one of the most worst, frightening experiences ever. I was seeing everything that had happened from the past so clearly. And then it just like warped everything. It was just really, really messed up. And I was like, really upset about whatever it had done to me, and I had to clear it. But yeah, then the spider, it's always like this. I'll clear whatever it is that drew that thing in, like whatever's within me that drew that thing into my experience, I will clear that and then it'll go away and then it will come back as a friend. And I'm like, what in the hell? You're still scary as shit. Like spider face with all these eyes and stuff. Totally frightening. Yeah. Oh, you have noticed time travelers. Yeah, with the owl energy. Yeah. Yeah, the cruel time traveling spider. That's the time warping spider. That's exactly it. So no, do not do magic. This is a setup for anybody that wants to do magic. Don't do magic. I'm telling you, love magic especially is the most dumbest shit. It's the most dangerous. Now, if you want to heal and work with herbs, that's one thing. Like if you're trying to make things better and by healing yourself, you're going to do a love spell, do one on yourself, but still, that would still be forcing yourself to love yourself when you don't love yourself. So that doesn't even make sense. When you experience love, you want it to be natural and real. You don't want it to be a sweetener spell. You don't want it to be a come to me spell. Don't do this. If you do, I'm telling you, this is a major supernatural setup in the ethers for anybody that's going to try to use this moon to create obstruct justice or create. Trust me, you would get this person back and then you would not want her anymore. Like literally that is what would happen. You would realize all of the flaws. I'm telling you, do not do love magic. Okay, this person, you could be a teacher, you could be a coach, or you could be called to teach or coach in the future. But yeah, doing any type of love magic is gonna, when you already had a love spell on you, you don't want to go back into that. We just asked God for that to be cleared, and that was cleared. So just leave it the way it is. Try to manifest, just being a good person and working on yourself, doing the shadow work. Once you heal what's within you that caused this situation, it won't happen again, and then you can draw in somebody better. But yeah, do not do magic on this person because trust me, everybody's ancestors are waiting for somebody to send some magic out there so they can whoop somebody's ass. So it would come back on you big time. You would end up losing something, this robbery card. And you don't want somebody to love you. It's like wearing a mask. You don't want somebody to love you that does not love you, because at the end of the day, they don't naturally love you, right? And so you don't want that. This person's definitely wearing a mask. You don't want them to love you when they don't love you, because one day they could just wake up and look at you and be like, I'm going to kill you. And that's literally how a lot of people have lost their lives. And if you just YouTube search love spells gone wrong, it's almost everybody that does love magic. They are in these karmic relationships, and literally you're dealing with a karmic. You do love spell and a karmic. That's basically saying, I don't want a divine partner. God, don't give me something that's better. And this person walked away from you. I feel like, let this person go. I know that it's hard though. This person was trying to create some type of evidence that they had some type of scheme to trap you. This ex of somebody. But yeah, they were going to do something really nasty here that that if you stay separated from them and don't let them back in your life, and I doubt they'll try to come back, at least not for a while, but still, you're going to be a-okay. There's some witches who do love spells to aura capture and control whole groups of people. Yes, absolutely, you're correct about that. And there's some, a lot of the times when it's that type of magic, it's actually groups of people, not just one witch. It's usually like a coven of witches. Wow, that something just flew in here. Or it could be more than one coven of witches. Again, when you're dealing with Santeria or any type of voodoo, they have, different covens of that, and they all communicate with each other. Because if something happens, like they do magic on the wrong person and it backfires, then they're going to tell every other practitioner in the community not to do magic on like this one person, because it's a trap or a setup, conflict. Yeah, there would be major conflict. If you did a love spell on her, it would not work. You would become more obsessed with her. It would backfire. And then you would be back in the same position that you just were in before God cleared the energy. Okay, so you don't want to be obsessed with this person because they don't even have a good intention for you. They don't care even that, like this person just tried to let you down easy, but it really, they don't care about the way that you feel. They found somebody else that they feel better fits their needs, right? Like I was saying, this person, they may say, oh, let's just be friends. But really, that's just another way of trying to let you down. That's what I pick up from this friendship energy. Is just, you don't, there's no really real intention to be your friend. I also feel like you guys may be gaining some new allies within the next few months. I'm getting the next 4 months. So let's see, we're in April. So April, May, June, July. So by July, you guys you may be in another relationship, or you may have multiple friendships that have come in. I was just seeing pickleball. I don't know if that's significant to anybody. Introvert. So you could be a little bit of an introvert, crazy cast. And that's, I feel like the person you were dealing with was wearing a mask, just point blank, period, which means deception, pretending, and inconsistency. But yeah, you're going to be okay. Yeah, you have made a vow before this lifetime to fulfill your mission with the Most High God. And that's basically using your gifts and abilities to help other people, whether you create music, art, you dance, whatever this is, you have a natural ability to do something, even if it's computer program. I mean, there's natural hackers and all sorts of, like, any type of profession or any type of thing that's a hobby, you can turn it into a side business, is what I'm seeing. Once you figure out what your divine, like, gifts are. And that is what that's the stuff. See, I was talking to somebody yesterday that okay, in the Akashic records, everybody thinks that it's got every record. No, the fuck it doesn't. It has previous records that are in relation to this timeline, but in the non-dimensional realms where there is existence, there's no record of that. And that's not in the Akashic records. So, like I was saying yesterday, like, there's not everything can be found in the Akashic records, but one good thing about the Akashic records is that you can find out about your divine life purpose. That's one way. This person was trying to curse you. And this is why I'm saying, if you do any love magic, it's going to boom, backfire. So don't do it. This person's cursed. They were trying to spiritually bully whoever's in my collective. And I think that that's ridiculous. Because you're not afraid of this person. You're not afraid of any of, and again, even though these people team up with other people, you're still not afraid of these groups of people. And I feel like there's always something wrong when you got groups of people coming up against, one person. Like, that's crazy. Yes, I absolutely love the poetry. That's a great idea. Loneliness. This person thinks that they left you and that you've been lonely ever since. How could you be lonely when you have the Most High God in your life? If you guys are feeling lonely, then you're not, like, you want to get to a point in your life where you work for God. So basically, God is your provider, the Most High, your higher self. So basically, you're working for the Most High, and the Most High will make sure that you have everything that you need and more in your life. Yeah. Santa Maria. You mean Santa Muerte? Yeah, I could definitely see that he probably feels like you're lonely now. But that's just the delusion that these people are holding. They feel like you're in the same space that, yeah, Santa Muerte. That's Mexico's death cult. I love Santa Muerte, though. She's like the best, one of the Saint Death is what it's called. And she's married to Cain Muertos, or Cain Muertos. And that is Cain, obviously the first murderer. So yeah, which also is the Grim Reaper. So I love Santa Muerte, but it is heavy ass death magic. And that shit has been returned to sender. For sure. For sure. Yeah, they wanted to bind you in love and bind you to some type of commitment. And I feel like they did try to do this, but again, if they attempt to do anything to restrict you, they're going to end up restricted. That's why this moon is a setup. It's a moon in Libra. This is the worst time to try to do spell work on somebody. The full moon, when it's in the energy of justice, hell to the no. Just hell no. Point blank period. Hell no. Yeah, you have a marriage in your future. And this marriage is something that is ensured to you. It's part of your divine life purpose. It's part of the Two of Cups that came out here today. This person, if you would have stayed with this ex or taken this ex back, this person would have literally destroyed your life because of all of these other people that they're attached to that don't have good intentions. Yeah, this is what the person was doing to you. They were literally puppeting you. And so this is a major learning lesson, you guys. Like when you were with this person, they were trying to influence you and they were trying to puppet you and they wanted to dictate your life and dominate you. And most likely you're more of the dominant person. And so this is one reason why this relationship with this person did not work out. It caused a lot of conflict. Yeah, absolutely wanted to be, play you like this little doll. That's crazy. I mean, these people that do this shit, they obviously have nothing to do. They don't have a job. Like, what are they doing? This is what they're doing with their time. I'm just like, can't they go to the gym? Can't they work out? Can't they wash their ass or do something else with their time? Why are they spending this much amount of energy, money, and time on trying to take you out? That's crazy because you're an absolute sweetheart and they've never been that way. They always wanted to mirror your energy so that it would reflect that they were that way, but that's not true. You're beloved by the universe, Libras can be gullible and so can Virgos, but Virgos are kind of like a superpower to themselves. But I think that every single sign has its own superpower. And I don't think I've ever met a Libra, but from what I read there, it's generally he would eat you. That's fucking disgusting. Oh my God. Yeah, because when the planet Jupiter makes contact with any other planet, it like engulfs it and eats it almost. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this person's sitting there like shapeshift, shapeshift, shapeshift. They're the ones that keep saying that shit. So that most likely they're going to be, yes, this is what I'm saying, Crazy Cast. You are absolutely having an awakening right now. Literally, yes, she was draining you. Took 10 years of your life. Yeah. So I felt like you guys have been together for a while. This person's going to be overloaded because this moon's going to work against them, basically. Yeah, because you have cords of attachment, Crazy Cast. That's why I was saying you need to do the cord cutting ritual. I mean, I'll pray for your cords to be cut, but I still want you to do the full, guided meditation because it will help you to become aware of your energy. And then you can connect with the angels and sever that connection so that she can't and trust me, mark my words, when these cords are cut, this is what happens every time I cut a cord with somebody who's draining me. When the cord gets cut and they get removed out of my energy, that person tries to call me about 15 minutes later. They try to fucking call me and contact me because they're trying to reattach that cord. And I'm like, hell no, block. And I just block that person because I know exactly what the fuck they're trying to do. So yeah, or they'll send a text, they'll call and then send a text message. Hey, how are you? Did my magic work? Are you being affected? They just want to know how you are to see if their magic is working. Fuck to the no. This is what I'm saying. This woman already put a spell on you. If you go back to that, you're basically willingly going back under a spell because she'll do that shit again. And it'll be another 10 years of your life of you supporting her and her, not being consistent, not being faithful, all that stuff. So yeah, the reason why you can't, it's because literally, But you guys remember that you have this eternal love from the universe, right? That's eternity. What God offers, the world cannot offer. That's why when you make God the focus of your life, basically God takes care of all of your needs. And so you don't have to worry, you don't have to rely on mankind to do stuff when mankind's going to give things and then take it away. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. So yeah, this is wild. This person's so stubborn. They don't like to hear no, is what I was saying. Oh shit, we're at an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. All right. We're trying to block your dream states. Okay. So that tonight I would suggest working with the jasmine oil, working with the black onyx. I'm going to type that in: jasmine oil and black onyx for the moon. And then between those two things, doing a meditation. Go out and actually be underneath. Yeah, you're very welcome. I could feel the suicidal energy that was starting to build, and I was like, hell to the fuck no. Because, and if you guys ever feel suicidal or like so depressed that you feel like you can't live anymore, you don't want to, you have to know that that is not you. That is an entity. Okay. And even when things are the worst in your life, dying is not something the human body wants to do. That's why it's so hard to die. Yeah, you're absolutely going to be all right. Yeah. And also the energy of this moon does link in with the resurrection ray and with the energy of renewal, rebirth, and resurrection. And so it's kind of like amplifying that energy right now. So these people are going to be trying to, renew off of you guys. Yeah, you guys are going to be all right. You're going to be more than all right. Because like I said, when you work with God and you work for God, you rely on the divine for everything. You always, even if you don't have $1 billion extra to spend, you always have your needs met. Okay. And so trust me, when you're in your divine life purpose, and all of this, why this has happened is because y'all needed to wake up, basically. God allowed it to happen so that you guys could wake up and then basically get into alignment. And this person, they did not want you to do that. So like I said, you have to be really strong and know that after you do that cord cutting ritual, if this person contacts you, you're going to know why they are contacting you. Okay. And at that point, you'll have to make another choice. Okay. So we're going to do some of the scripture cards. Never be lacking in your zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. You know what? You're dealing with the energy of Jezebel. The holder of secrets. Wow. Yeah, see, I need to go back and read the story of Samson and Delilah, because I didn't know that there was a vow in that. But the Nazarite vow, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Uh-oh, Jezebel. Again, I'm like, can we have a day where Jezebel is not having a fucking issue? I just feel, I feel bad for this demon. This demon truly wants to be loved. They're trying to learn, but again, it is what it is, right? The Lord is good to all. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. The precepts of the Lord are right, making the heart glad. The command of the Lord is radiant, making the eyes light up. Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. God is always with you. You're never truly alone. I have called you by name. You are mine. You are precious in my eyes. This is just reminding you. Pray without ceasing. When you start to feel any type of negative anything, that's when I would go into prayer. And John the Baptist took that vow. Yeah, that makes sense. actually. See, I will never leave you or forsake you. The righteous will never be forsaken. And this is like, so this is the word of God, but also, you guys, having that inner connection with the Most High is really important. That's what's going to get you through. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. So that one. So believe in that what you pray for, that you already have it and it will come to you. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your protective shield. So yeah, you will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes will you observe, and only with thine eyes will you observe and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is your God and your refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, and no harm will come near your tent. This says, this is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Just pray. Like I was just saying, I've never seen this just pray card, but like I was saying, anytime you start to feel any type of like, oh, I need to go back and message this person. Oh, I need to blah, blah, blah. Just pray. Say, God, I need you to help me right now with feeling emotionally strong so that I don't go back to like, please. This is a prayer that I recommend everyone to do. Welcome in, Lisa. I recommend everybody to do this prayer. You just say, God, if there is anyone or anything in my life that does not have a good intention for me, please let me know. Please show them to me. Please let me see, and please remove them from my life and from my energy. And that's a really good way to go, okay, I'm going to give it to you, God. Just let me know about it. You know, he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. So when you feel weakened, because I know that dealing with the aftermath of the energy of these people, it could feel like you are weakened, but that's absolutely the opposite. Going through this situation, you guys have become stronger. You've learned a major life lesson from this person. So you can be grateful that this person taught you about, I mean, literally, just be grateful that this person taught you about people and basically helped you learn about yourself, that you are so loved and that you deserve to be loved. And again, being in a relationship where there's arguments and fights all the time is not a healthy situation. It's not good for children and it's not good for adults. And so I'm always going to suggest that, you know, you guys try to work everything out, but knowing that if you have to walk away from something or someone, that it's absolutely okay, you know, to do that. You don't have to stay with somebody just because you've been with them for a certain amount of time. Oh, really? I don't know why sometimes it does that. It just will not. It's got to be something with the AI, you guys. All of my diagnostics, like every day after I hit the end button, my diagnostics will come up and it'll say that there's no one in the chat. Like, I'm not even kidding. The diagnostics are just messed up. So I don't know what YouTube's issue is, but everything is incorrect when it comes to the numbers and whatever the hell they're trying to do. But yeah. I am the Lord who heals you. A lot of the times you just need to be still. Like that quote, be still and know that I am God. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. The Lord is compassionate and gracious. So yeah, be compassionate with this person, but not empathetic to them. Okay. Be compassionate to them, but don't be empathetic to them. You don't need to pity this person. My beloved is mine and I am his. So yeah, if you devote yourself to God, God will bring somebody that's worthy of you. Okay. No, God is always listening. It's just, are you asking the right thing, or are you connecting in the right way? If you're thinking that God is something that exists outside of you, you could be connecting to a demon. Okay. Okay, I'll definitely look up the Nazarite vow after I'm done. But yeah, you know, and this is something that I've learned, okay, through trial and error, that God is within. That's how you get connected to it. And then you can start to see it on the outside of you. And technically, everything that you see this is all also God. Okay, so we are all one. All right, you guys, have a happy full moon. All right, have a happy full moon. Enjoy the peaceful energy and take advantage of it. You know, definitely do like a moon meditation if you feel like the energy gets really intense. But I feel like you guys are going to be bringing in stability and a lot of positivity. All right, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Okay. All right. Make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified at every time that I go live. You don't want to miss out on the readings and the messages that Spirit has for you. Okay, remember, God is within, so that's where you go to connect with it. And once you do that, you'll be able to heal everything that drew this experience in, and then that experience will be healed, so you won't keep experiencing it. All right, you guys, I'm giving you air hugs and lots of love. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next reading. Oh, they kept censoring that. Okay, I will look the vow up though. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.